What's up, guys? It's FC, and this is gonna be a review slash channel update slash a lot of stuff to talk about video. It's mainly going to talk about the strategy that I used against this opponent. Now this is a Zerg versus Protoss, and my opponent is going to try to do a 3-gate robo push off of one base, and I'm going to kind of show you what my mentality was on how to handle the situation and how I did pretty good against it. But first and foremost, what I want to do is I want to give a big shout out to the creator of my new background for my new page, for my YouTube page. His name is PredictableDan. His link to his channel is going to be in the description, and it's also in my box for my channel. He did an awesome job doing the layout and the theme that I wanted for the channel, and yeah, go check him out, guys. He's a really cool guy. He does quick work, and he'll go ahead and take care of you guys if you guys have any needs. So going back to the game, again, this is going to be a Protoss versus Zerg, or Zerg versus Protoss. I am the Zerg, and this is something I'm going to do periodically in between you know, Road to Gold and all that fun stuff that I'm already doing on the channel. This is just something I'm going to do periodically, just to kind of give you guys a heads up on, you know, kind of like a, instead of being in-game thoughts, it's going to be you know, as it's happening, and you know, kind of like a second opinion, I guess, from the outside. Anyway, so I go 14 pool. I see the scout probe that he sends out. Now with Protoss, I always go 14 pool because going hatch first is really not something you want to do, because they will punish you with early zealot pressure, and they could take out that hatch before anything happens. I have the replay stationed on my camera, so you're seeing my view of the whole situation, and you're gonna see me just scouting around, seeing what he has. So at this point, I'm thinking he either is gonna go for a 4-gate, a 1-gate expo, or something along those lines. Since he only had 1 gas, it's still early, but he had 1 gas, and the funny thing is he actually didn't wall off. Now I do expand at 16. And I dropped the second hatch. Spawning pool is done. No speed yet or anything like that. Just working on getting drones and 1 pair of lings. I'm gonna let that probe go as long as he wants on that spawning pool. I'm sorry, because he's never gonna kill it, and my lings are gonna pop up and just kill that probe. So I don't really care. He could do all that. So I don't mind that, you know, poking or anything like that. He's not really getting any info. And he probably doesn't even know I have this second hatchery down already, so that's really not, you know, not gonna bother me. And look, he's gonna die right there. As soon as I kill him, I go ahead and take the gas up on the top, so I'm hoping he doesn't see that. As of right now, I really don't have a clear idea as to what he's doing, but I know that if he is gonna 4-gate, I still have a little bit of time to go with. So I get out a queen, get my inject, and I believe I always use that second queen. I use that first queen to drop a creep tumor on the edge of my main base, and at the same time I'm creating a 1 queen from my main hatch. So you know, in 45 seconds I'll have a second queen out already and have it ready to go, and then that creep tumor that I'll spread from my main will help spread the creep from the main to the natural, which helps out with reinforcements and with you know, getting queens from one side to the other. At this point, I still don't have much of an idea as to what's going on with him. You see that second queen pop there. I do have 1 spine just in case he sends any zealots or anything like that. I have one of my overlords going over where his natural should be, and I don't see an expansion. So at that point, I start to get a little bit suspicious as to what's going on, because it's already about 6 minutes into the game, and I'm not seeing any type of expansion or anything like that. So I send one of the links to check out and see what it is that he's doing, and I only get to see 2 stalkers and a zealot. So I know he's probably going gateway heavy. I'm thinking he's going gateway heavy at this point, and most likely I'm thinking it's a 4-gate. So what I do is I start turtling a little bit with spines. Spines are really good to supplement your initial army that you want to start with, especially against Protoss. They do a lot of damage to individual you know, Protoss units. There you go. I see that I'm checking again to make sure that he doesn't have that expansion. So at this point, again, I'm still kind of worried that he's doing something you know, cheesy, or just kind of like a rush or something like that. I'm trying to keep my injects on time, and I think I'm doing a pretty good job of it. I do get a roach warren down because my style as of late with ZvP is to get upgraded roaches, you know, as highly upgraded as possible, and they do really good against Protoss units, and they can pretty much hold you until you can tech to broodlords and stuff like that. You're gonna see that I put a second overlord over that little back, you know, flank area, because it's just another area where they can flank you where you don't have vision with the center map. I do see them moving out in the middle of the map and kind of set up for it. So I have some roaches and 3 spines. At this moment, I could probably hold off a small, you know, 4-gate push, but anything stronger I'd probably struggle with. I do have some sort of a Sim City set up. Once I saw that Immortal, though, I got kind of scared, because at this point I knew the Immortals would basically destroy my roaches. So I'm a little bit scared at this point. I do see that he put the forward pylon right in front, and as soon as I saw those stalkers, I knew that I could not engage that army. So I went ahead and pulled back and tried to be around my spines and let the spines go to work on him. At this point, I try to get the roaches to attack the zealots and have the lings attack the stalkers and the immortals. So that's the only way you're going to be able to beat them. If you try to go zealot and you know, try to attack the lings with the zealots, you're not going to win. So at this point, you see that the 3 spines actually help me out a lot. I see that he's warping in again, and it's not a good idea to engage that. I fall back to my spines, making sure that I use them as, you know, my buffer right now, and it buys me time while I can get more roaches and more lings out. Again, I did lose 1 spine, so I have to get into super turtle mode now, because at this point he's got reinforcements much closer than what I mean, his reinforcements are going to come just as quick as mine are, because he has that forward pylon right there. So I have to start getting into a turtle mode, or else I'm going to end up losing to a immortal stalker zealot push. You know, it's still off 1 base, so I know that if I can hold this, I'm most likely going to be in a awesome position. As you can see, I have the zealots there attacking. I try to I think that was more of a misclick, but these spines just happen to pop at the perfect time, and that amount of zerglings right there is going to beat you know, immortal stalker almost any single day. I go ahead and place down another spine, because I again don't know how much he's gonna do. Zealots just massacre lings, so I'll let the spines handle that, and once the spines handle that, I can take out the 2 pylons that he has up front, and you know, not have to worry about much. At this point, I'm thinking, okay, he's still probably on 1 base, and he figured that he's got this. He was gonna win off that push. So I decided to just get a good amount of lings out and do a counterattack, because he's got to be hurting. I mean, he invested a lot in immortal stalkers and zealots to the point where he's got to be hurting somehow or another. So my initial thought is counter him right now. If he has the expansion, try to take that natural out. If not, go into the main and take it out. And as you can see, he does get the expansion out, but he doesn't have any units. He has sentries, zealots, and stalkers, but I have way too many lings there, and he can't do anything about it. He would have lost that natural, and most likely would have lost the game there. So he ends up leaving the game. Quick thoughts, guys. If you don't see a Protoss expand early, or at least by the 5-minute mark, I would start to get suspicious as to what they're doing. And at this, you know, in this case, it kind of helped me out. Even if it's a little bit turtly, it's better to turtle against something like this than to have just the loss outright because you don't want to turtle or anything. If you're in doubt, I would throw down the spine crawlers. You do lose 3 drones, but it kind of gives you that extra buffer of being able to hold off pushes with something like this. And this was actually a pretty strong push if you think about it. He did have a good mixture of immortals with his units. So you know, that's pretty tough to hold off, especially early game for Zerg. Luckily for me, I went with the correct unit composition. Ling almost always counters stalkers and immortals really good. Roaches would counter zealots and you know, sometimes stalkers, depending if they have speed or not. But I was lucky enough that I had the spine collar support and just the right engagements. And a lot of the times when you're playing as a Zerg, it's all about getting the right engagements. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. There'll be more to come. I have a couple other games that I want to show you guys. Season 1 of Road to Gold is about to end. I think there's about 2 more episodes left, and then Season 2 will begin. I'm actually going to start recording that tonight. And yeah, again, guys, check out PredictableDan. His link will be in the description. And until next time, guys, later.